This summer, the K-pop industry is making headlines with major artist comebacks and a series of hot-button issues. From BTS's decision not to submit their music to the Grammy Awards next year to the wave of August comebacks, we'll take a closer look at the biggest stories shaping K-pop this season with content creator and Kyungil University adjunct professor David Kim. Welcome back, David.
Hello, David. Glad to be back.
Okay, David, it seems like it's not just the hot temperatures soaring, but we've got some hot major issues in the world of K-pop. So let's start with BTS.
Yes.
I remember the last time that you joined us, we talked about the new category announced by the Grammy Awards, and that is the Best Asian Pop Music Performance. And just some weeks later, BTS announced that they are going to boycott the Grammys next year. So give us a rundown of that, and what was your initial reaction to this?
Yes, so I was very shocked. I think everyone was when they saw the announcement. BTS officially announced that they will not submit their music to the next year's Grammy Awards. It's a very bold decision. And they emphasized in their messages, written in Korean, by the way, that the music should be loved purely for what it is, and it should not be divided by region or language. It was a very short, condensed message, but it had a lot of volume, I would say. And my reaction was definitely, I was very shocked, but at the same time, I really respected their decision. Also, it was more shocking because each of the 7 members individually but unilaterally all posted it on their social media accounts, and later HYBE clarified that the company or the label had no intervention in their decision. So it was by the members' own decisions themselves. So that speaks a lot of volumes. Also, I do think that it's a bold statement against the Western world of music and the industry, saying that we do not need Western validation anymore. And also, they are just selling out stadiums by themselves, so they can define their own world success. So yeah, I just think it sends a strong message towards the world and criticizes the Grammys, but also gives hope to other non-Western artists, showing that the tables have turned, the power dynamics have shifted, and now we can be proud about our own music without having to seek recognition from the exterior world. Yeah.
Well, I was surprised as well. I mean, I knew that something is going to come up, some sort of criticism, but not in this format, and just a few weeks after that announcement.
Yeah, it was very big news, and I have to agree with the group statement myself. I do think BTS has given enough recognition without needing Western format style music award shows. But anyway, do you think this could have a knock-on effect? Do you think that this decision by BTS boycotting the Grammys could actually make the Grammys see K-pop in a different light, or possibly even, make things worse?
Yes, so we're already seeing immediate effect on the internet. We're immediately seeing a lot of ripple effects from social media influencers to influential figures in the music industry. Domestically, there was Tableau from Epic High supporting BTS, Maggie Kang from K-pop Demon Hunters, the director, sending support. There was a lot of Western producers as well hopping onto this trend as well too, supporting their voice. Not only that, Western media outlets such as Forbes also pressured the Grammys. To quote them, they said, "Who really needs who?" So that was a very big statement in my opinion. Quantity-wise, I think it's a fact that BTS's past performances at the Grammys had the most views on their archive. They mysteriously deleted it. We don't know the actual motive behind it, but we have a hunch on why. A lot of people think it's retaliation, but still. Anyways, given that fact, we immediately know that the absence of BTS is going to make a drop in a lot of viewership, a lot of digital engagement, and also cultural relevance for the Recording Academy itself. So yeah, that's, I think, going to be a very big effect towards the Grammys. Also, this is creating I think a forum and a discussion stage for a lot of artists in the music industry in the world to actually criticize the Grammys, and the Grammys themselves will have to confront this situation where whether you're boxing in groups, what is Asian pop after all? Are you only going to include K-pop, J-pop? What about the countries that speak English when they're Asian? Where is Asia? So yes, everything is being tackled under this Western lens that the Grammys have created, and this whole kind of dialogue is just firing up the internet right now. Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see what the Grammys do next, and whether they, just include the whole base of the world's music. to just one category or they stick to their format. But we're talking about the Grammys, which is an American music award show in America, but currently BTS are also in America. How has the response been, with the concerts recently, the one in New Jersey?
Yes, so it was iconic because over 80,000 fans just gathered at the stadium. I think it was even more meaningful because that stadium was where they performed for the halftime show, which was phenomenal. And it was actually where the World Cup final series was held. So yeah, it was more meaningful to them, I would say, to return in such a quick time. One special factor that I want to point out is that Nas, the hip-hop legend, actually visited their New Jersey act. And if you don't know, RM and Suga from the rap line are huge fans of Nas, and they're their absolute idol. So it made them absolutely meaningful for the members themselves too. Another special feat was that the fans, right after the Grammy news, they hand prepared signboards of them saying like, "You don't need the Grammys, you're bigger than the Grammys," and those were all shown on the LED screens. So I think it was a very phenomenal kind of show in a lot of multiple different factors. Yeah.
Right, and moving now to another K-pop star who also made headlines at Lollapalooza. Earlier, Walter mentioned that Jennie performed there. So let's talk about her a little bit. So her latest single has been dominating global charts. I love the song. It's Less Than a Lover. So could you tell us a little bit about her influence right now? Yeah,
first of all, she was a headliner at Lollapalooza. This is very groundbreaking, I would say. I never thought we would see Jennie in big fonts on the Lollapalooza poster itself. She was well known for her very charismatic performances last year and the years before with Like Jennie, with the viral dances. But this time she came back with Less Than a Lover, which is a little bit of a different kind of vibe. It's quite refreshing in my opinion. It's a more softer, laid back, and also, she's just trying to do whatever she wants. She depicts herself as a lover in the music video. It's known that she highly just intervened and just worked as the behind the scenes, the operator or the producer of the music video or the lyrics and the music production as well too. There's a lot of touch from her as well. Her vocals are just very dreamy and lo-fi, so it just feels the summer vibe. It just gives that kind of vibe. And yeah, I think she's just stepping up and evolving as another tier artist right now. Yeah.
And I heard she also actually sang another unreleased song at Lollapalooza. Sweet Tooth, I guess, is the title. Looking forward to that one as well. And there are many, many more other K-pop acts that are preparing to come back in the month of August with new material. So what can we look forward to?
Yes, so August is actually my birthday month, and I feel like K-pop is celebrating my birthday because they are just giving us a lot of gifts. August is packed. It's expected to be one of the most intense comebacks in 2026. There's a whole list, but just to name a few that I'm looking forward to personally, Stray Kids, the biggest group out there next to BTS, is coming back. ENHYPEN is coming back as well too. Personally, I'm looking forward to Kiss of Life. They are very hot and at Waterbomb and all these sexy performances. Kiki, which is a new and uprising name, is coming back as well too. So it's going to be a ferocious, August of them all competing with each other. I think a factor to look out for is because a lot of these groups are coming back, there's going to be a diversity in genres, musical styles, choreos, music videos. So yeah, it's going to be like a box of chocolates, and yeah, everyone should just enjoy.
Including the birthday boy.
Yeah.
Keeping on the topic of Stray Kids, now they're about to come out with a new album, an album that they produced themselves. Interestingly, it seems to be sort of a theme these days for K-pop artists to have a heavy influence on producing their albums. It's sort of become what's called maybe a new formula for the success of K-pop. Would you agree?
Yes, so in the old days, from the first gen to the second gen, we rarely saw K-pop idols self-producing their music. If I'm not wrong, I think I can only name GD at the back of my head right now. But yes, it's actually absolutely becoming a new formula. It's becoming a new staple and standard for quality music and quality idols. The prime example, as you mentioned, is Stray Kids. They have a rap line, they have the three racha that are very big into producing their own music. That's what makes Stray Kids music even more like signature. they have their own unique identity, and their core is very strong because of that kind of aspect itself. And yes, I think we're seeing a pattern over here. We're seeing the biggest acts in K-pop, the biggest names like GD, BTS, Stray Kids, Quartus. What they all have in common is they all self-produce their music. So it's like a golden rule of success. And right now, people are looking forward to these self-produced songs more and more because fans can obviously connect deeply towards the lyrics, towards the song, if there's a personal touch, if there's a personal narrative in those songs.
Right, and another name on people's lips is NewJeans, and they recently came out with a sort of a video, a small video snippet, including 4 members. Now, it's leading many fans obviously to get excited. What are your thoughts after seeing the video yourself?
Yeah, so we're counting almost 2 years after their controversy and the legal battles. So first of all, in a human perspective, it's good to see their faces back. They're just young girls after all, and them coiling back for a comeback and giving out teasers for their anniversary and little hints that they're going to be active soon is just enough to brighten up the fans and the people out there. So yeah, when I just saw the teasers and the music itself, a little hint of the music video itself, it just reoccurred these nostalgic vibes that we got when NewJeans first debuted. We all had that, just wave of freshness from the Y2K vibes to the natural and very, innocent kind of vibes. And we could all see those again in the trailer, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I think that their core and their brand identity is still intact. Of course, the aesthetics might have shifted a little bit because of the team difference. But yeah, the members at the end of the day are the same, except for one member, unfortunately. And it's just reassuring to see them all together, gathered together, working together. And yeah, just seeing them, it just makes my heart, kind of soften, yeah.
Well, I can imagine that they are going to still have that NewJeans vibe, but maybe after all they went through, maybe their music might have matured a little bit as well.
Yes.
But David, what do you think is going to be the most important factor they should consider as their fans are highly anticipating their return?
Yeah, so I think we've talked about this in a former series at K-Culture Dive, but nowadays music and music quality is king, I think, in the K-pop sector as well, too. If you have good music, you are bound to be more successful, and if opportunities come to you, then you can catch it. So I think it's the same formula for NewJeans as well, too. They still have a big name and reputation, but if they don't follow up with their good quality music, I think that all is going to be like a sandcastle collapsing. So the absolute priority would be to revive their signature sound, their identity with good quality music. There's going to be a lot of attention from the lovers and the haters. So to shut down all the haters, they'll have to just produce and provide with irrefutable, addictive, and good music at the end of the day. And I do think they have innate charms as human beings as well and as idols. So just reviving that, recollecting that kind of aura and atmosphere and giving it back and showing transparency after the whole controversy, communicating well with the fans, they'll slowly stack up and try to regain their success. Yeah.
Right, and recently one of their older songs, I think How Sweet, that one also hit a milestone with, I think it was 300 million streaming. So I guess the interest is coming back to NewJeans. And thank you very much, David, for all those updates, and see you next time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Walter. As always, we're going to have you back here later this week.
See you later.